So we landed at around 4 a.m. and within the next 15 minutes I could get why Changi is the #1 airport in the world. Everything felt so futuristic and high-tech, and actually Singapore had a different airport before, but then they built Changi and started Jewel in 2014, which ironically officially opened on my birthday in 2019. Also, the rain vortex opens at 10 a.m. so if you plan to look around the airport, you should keep that in mind and see when your flight will land. We got to see the opening and it was so magical. Like, genuinely, I cannot describe how awesome it felt to see everyone crowd around it. The Sultan Mosque in Haji Lane was built in 1824 by the first Sultan of Singapore, and today it's the prime symbol of the Malay community in Singapore. It is very different from the kind of mosques you see in most other places, and it also houses the graves of some royal family members. This is the main temple in Chinatown. Here it's like surrounded by skyscrapers. That is such a contrast. temple is called the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, and it was built in 2007. It is known to contain the left canine tooth of Lord Buddha, which was recovered from his funeral pyre. In many places of Singapore, you will find these vending machines which will give you freshly juiced orange juice for just $2, and it was the best juice I have had there. I still wish I could have it. It's awesome. Please try it. When we were planning our trip, we realized it would be super time consuming and expensive to go to both Flower Dome and Floral Fantasy. So my suggestion to you guys would be to pick one, and personally I find Flower Dome better as the exhibits are changing frequently and just it's prettier in general. That is the floating Apple store, and that is the floating Louis Vuitton store. That's the Art Science Museum. This is Shopee, and that's the skyline. We got so lucky with the weather on our trip because there was zero rain, especially for USS. The day we went, there would be like a huge amount of roaming outside, right? But there was no sun, and it was hot though, yes. So when visiting Singapore in general, do not forget to bring an umbrella, water, and if possible a fan. We regret not carrying a fan so much. Most of the rides in USS have a very long wait time. Like the queues are so long you would want to cry. We accidentally entered the Minions one. We were stuck there for like around 1 hour, and the wait time for most of the queues is 1 hour, and it just keeps going up, never really goes down. I really did like the Minions ride though. It was kind of fun, especially like it's not very scary or anything. So if you're bringing like little kids, that is a huge suggestion from my part. Most of the rides are charged. The Minions one was not charged. The space thing in Sesame Street is also not charged. We were gonna do that, but there was a malfunction and we had to get down. So if you're there, I would suggest you take a full tour of the place and then maybe try to do rides if you have time.
This is the emergency broadcast system. The hurricane is now Category 5. Stay away from all windows and extinguish all flames. Repeat, extinguish all flames.
Alright, let's reset. Everything goes back to 1.
So for our fifth and final day, we decided to explore in more of a non-touristy way. We started off by going to Uncle Ching's ice cream, which has been operational since 1965. I think in the same place as well. We decided to shop a little at Orchard Road. I would definitely recommend Bucas if your main plan for shopping is, well, shopping, and we only went to Orchard Road for like exploration again. Then we decided to go to Sentosa Island and just check out the beaches, where we started off with the Sky Lounge trip, which will take you on like this bench on a zip line and show you around, and the view was breathtaking. Definitely suggest this. And if you're scared of heights and rides in general, don't be. Trust me, my mom regrets it. Then we went to the beach where I played around for a little while, and it was fun, but I definitely won't say it was very clean. In the water there was very random stuff just floating up all the time, but it's fun for sure. Since we were mostly traveling by MRT and only a few times by cab, we didn't really get the whole essence of life and the streets in Singapore. So we started touring around by bus, and it is cheap, and honestly it gives you a great view of the regular lifestyle of the people here. I would highly suggest this. This is Newton Food Center. This is where they filmed the scene from Crazy Rich Asians. And I'm having a laksa. My parents are having a I don't know what, and another I don't know what. This is what the rest of the food center looks like. It's night, so you can't see very clearly. But it's like really crowded, really busy. Considering the fact that it's like 10 p.m., it is very crowded. When we first explored around Changi Airport, there were so many things that we didn't get to see, like the waterfall screen stuff, the butterfly garden, that big slide thing, and if you're there, definitely take a look at all of that. We did get to see a little on our flight before our flight back home, but it was still not enough. So yes, if you're planning your trip around visiting Changi right after you land or before you depart, then be careful to see which terminal what thing is in and which one you want to go to, because some are paid, some are not paid for. So be careful about what time you're planning your visit. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had such a great time in Singapore, and I'm sure that if you're going there, you will as well. It's an amazing city, and thank you for watching again. Bye!